Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Jasmine the Buffet Witch. Let's play. Today I'm gonna do a semi, as much as I can, full face of Nicka K, and I thought you would want to see that. So let's go. I'm gonna start with some color correction. We are starting with a sink-free wash hydrated face. I think I'm gonna do some skincare tonight. Maybe some masking, a little chemical and physical exfoliation. And I think I'm gonna start using the Clinique Even Better color corrector I have, or like for dark spots. I got it free when I was shopping at my CCO. And I think I'm gonna give that a try. I don't really talk too much about like my removers and things like that. I have, but I don't consistently. And I haven't been able to find my Good Molecules cleansing balm in stock. I don't know if it's not being made anymore or if Ulta doesn't care. I don't know, but I haven't been able to get it when it is in stock, if it is in stock. So when I went to the CCO, they were also giving out like free Clinique balm, like cleansing balm, but this was like the charcoal one. And I did not know I was gonna like it as much as I did. And I used all of that. So now I'm back to the Neutrogena balm to remove my makeup. I do really like those melting balms. I'm gonna stop saying balm. I do really like those for removing the bulk of my makeup. So since I liked the Clinique one so much, I was like, well, you know, they also gave me this Clinique hyperpigmentation corrector, so why don't we try that? The dry brushing has been amazing. If you didn't see the video, I found a dry brush at the D tree, the dollar quarter tree, okay? And I dry brush. I'm gonna get to the point where I'm doing it twice a day, but as of right now, I just do it when I remember. So yeah. And I am going to be stopping periodically to hydrate my cuticles, because anytime I feel like the inside meat is about to peel away from the nail, I have to get her nice and juicy. And I've learned it's because of dehydration. I'm always dehydrated, so I'm gonna be doing that every once in a while. It's just very uncomfortable. It doesn't hurt, it's just, ugh. So it might be time to take my nails off and let the nails don't breathe, but give the nails a break. Anyways, I'm going to use the Nicka K foundation that I have. This is the Perfection Liquid Foundation, full coverage, natural matte finish. I'm using the shade Chestnut. My pump doesn't work, so I just have to take her out. And honestly, this foundation is super thick. I think it should be in a squeeze bottle instead of a pump, but what do I know? I'm just the buffet. So I'm gonna take about that much. This is very thick. It reminds me a lot of the Juvia's Place Velvety Matte Foundation, so we don't need a lot. That's almost too much right there. So we're just gonna spread that around. All right, moving on. Foundation looks great. I love it. I really like this foundation. I am going to be using the concealer. These are the Perfection Multi-Use Concealers, super coverage. Seems like that is the, oh, this says full coverage and these say super. But I love this concealer so much. I harp about it a lot on my channel. Very emollient, great colors, huge tube. You will have it for forever. It's one of the best concealers I've come across, and because it is so juicy, you can let it sit for a really long time while you do other things, and it just amplifies the already amazing coverage. So I'm gonna be using shade 8. Not that you guys really care, but this is the shade Cinnamon. And I've stopped doing this, but what I used to do is I would put this shade on the outside, and then the shade that I use most of the time is shade 2, which is Tawny, and I pop her on the intercorners right there. Okay, so we're just gonna let that sit. And I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do my brows. I don't have any Nicka K brow products, so I'm going to go ahead and do my brows, and then we will continue. All right, brows are on. Let's go ahead and blend out this concealer. Now, I should use a sponge. I don't feel like it. I am going to use my triangle puff. I like these puffs for concealer, whether I'm using them with a dry or wet product. They just really work well, and they just fit the inner portion of my eye really well, which is why I prefer to use this over like a beauty blender type sponge. I don't use beauty blenders or even the Real Technique sponges. I use paw sponges. They're just really soft and squishy. But sometimes I just prefer something with a little bit more firmness and not so much give. And then of course the sponges are so large that I feel like my concealer, my blend gets out of control sometimes. So we are just going to bump that out. Looks good. And I do take my concealer up into this corner here, up towards the brow, like in the bridge of the nose, to cancel out the darkness there. So yeah, really great concealer, really nice foundation. I enjoy them, and I think I will definitely be purchasing the foundation from now out. But and I'm just going to take my foundation brush, marry those two textures together. All right, so I don't have any Nicka K powders. I did buy a powder, like a compact, but it was way too pink for me. I could see myself using it maybe for the eyes or something. I feel like I could find a use for it. So I'm gonna keep it for a little bit, but as far as using it on the face, it's too pink. So we're not going to do that. I could use it actually on the under eye to like sandwich between my setting powder and my blush. We could do that, but today we're just going to use some tried and trues. Fenty Cashew powder. I love this powder because it pairs really well with the Nicka K concealer, because the concealer is super emollient and the Fenty powder is super dry. So together they make a really nice texture. I like a drier under eye. That's not a common thing. People don't want to look dry under there. I like the way that it looks because I really enjoy fully matte skin. I'm tiptoeing into natural finishes and a little bit into dewy, but my safe place is definitely a fully matte face, you know, with the exception of strategic highlight. Like I put it there, so when it's shining, it's because I told it to, not because my skin is doing skin things, you know what I mean? So I love this powder and concealer combo. It is just like my favorite. And the Fenty powder, while very, very dry, is very, very smooth. So I enjoy that. I'm gonna take a little bit of that powder and just powder betwixt the brows. I could not put my Sludge box away for long. So we are rocking two-tone brows again, doing a darker brown, slightly black with that auburn brown. And again, the brows may not be 100% symmetrical, but they are 100% fun. All right. Okay, so for the rest of the face, you already know, I'm going to use my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear powder. It's just the best. And we're almost done with this one. Super excited. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I don't know if I'm going to attempt a different powder. I do have a Maybelline powder, but when it comes to the drugstore, if I'm going to pick between Maybelline and L'Oreal, I feel like L'Oreal has the better colors for my skin tone. So I do have a Maybelline pressed powder. I think theirs is the 24-hour double or whatever their like long wearing foundation is. I have the compact concealer or equivalent of that, and it's way too red. They're the same number, 355, and 355 in Maybelline is super, super red. Whereas this one is just, I won't 100% say it's neutral, but it's not as red as the Maybelline. So I don't know if I'm gonna give that one a try. I still have a Sephora Micro Smooth, but it's in a shade down from what I wanted, so it's a little bit too ashy. It works, and I should attempt it, but we'll see. I actually have to go to Sephora today to do a return. I think I recorded a tiny haul. It's not even worth recording, so if I did, I'm going to throw it away. Literally, it was pointless, but I was just talking because I felt like talking. But I have to go to Sephora to return 2 of the Sephora lip stains. I bought 2 of them, an orange and like a periwinkle blue, like the shade of this. But they must have reformulated that. It's a new formula for their lip stains, and I don't like it. I don't like it. So I'm not even gonna go through it. I don't like it, so about to get my monies back. All right. Nicka K, we have the cheek palettes. I have 2 of them. This is the medium one, and then this is the dark one. I think they should be switched, but I think maybe the medium one says that because it has bronzer in it, bronzer and contour, and this one is just blush and highlight. So these are the options. We're going to use this one, of course, for the contour. I'm actually going to use this shade. I want it to be quite gentle, so we don't have to do too much today. Okay. As for blush, I think we're gonna go into this palette, and I'm gonna use this beautiful pink blush. She's cute. Yes, look at that. Cute little flush. Oops. And then for our highlight, we're gonna go back into this one, and we're going to use this shade here, this one. Now the highlight is a little bit more like densely packed, so I need I'm gonna use one of these brushes here. Oh, yes. I used to work with a lady, and she would say, yes. I don't even think she was Southern, but she would tell me a story. I'd be like, really? And she'd be like, yes. Yes. Another funny thing, my son, I don't know if I talked about it, but obsessed with the rainbow, obsessed with colors, right? And all of a sudden he started saying pink, like pink, pink. So I painted my nails pink, and I said, Dom, what color are mama's nails? And he said, pink. I said, yes, pink. Wearing these here pink nails, girls, pink. It's beautiful. All right. The face looks beautiful. Now, I would like to do the eyes with you, but I always do eyes separately. That's always a different video because I like to maximize on the content uploadage, okay? But we are going to play with some Nicka K lipsticks because that's what we're here to do. So let's do that. Yesterday, I did a video swatching the lighter shades of the Nicka K lipsticks that I picked up, and some of them are so beautiful. I am obsessed with lipsticks that I just bought, so super excited to show them to you. So I'm going to give you 3 lips, and then I'm going to let you go, okay? Because, you know, I'll be doing too much. So the first one I want to do, let's just stay like in a wearable, you know, leave the funky colors, blues and greens till a later date. I'm going to use this nude lipstick, or this matte lipstick, I'm sorry. And I don't know what these are called. They just say NM2. This is called Pinky Nude, all right? She's really pretty, kind of a dusty rose. I really like it. So let's go ahead and rock her with, you already know, Shuvia's Place Shiba as our lip liner, okay? I can't help myself. And I'm just super excited to pan an entire bullet lipstick. Like, who am I? A little sharp there on that Cupid's bow, girl. Come on now. All right. Beautiful. And again, pinky nude. Ooh. Oh, I love that. I was about to say, what the hell is that noise? It's the dishwasher. Okay, I'm just gonna go back in and blend our liner a little bit more. I don't know if you can hear the frogs, but what a soothing sound. It's all I heard this morning while I was drawing patients in the ICU, because our hospital is right, there's a little nature area behind us, and them frogs was singing, okay? Toads, frogs, girl, I don't know. Oh, this wipe is juicy, girl. Worders to match. All right, so let's gloss her because that's what we do. And I'm gonna use one of those squeezy tube glosses that we picked up also from Nicka K. Now, as I have played a little bit more with these, I realized these are not exactly pigmented. Like once you put them on, you kind of sheer, like smooth them out. They're kind of just a clear gloss, which is not a problem, but I was expecting just a little bit more color. So I'm gonna use this one. They don't have names, but it's a beautiful pinky shade. I think this will be really pretty. And it gave just a little bit. I like that. Okay. So there we go, lip one. Let me go ahead, let my weave down. That's how you get the whole ensemble together, all right? So that is the first look with the first lip, and I like it. And I feel like this foundation, what did it say it is? A natural matte finish. Maybe I'm seeing that, because I feel like I do look not dewy, but glowy. I'm gonna sneeze. But yeah, I feel like I look a little dewy, you know? But that highlight, ugh, gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna take a few pictures and then let's do another combo. Okay, so moving on, I'm gonna go into my lipstick bag for the foreseeable future. And we are going to pull out who you already know. We've already done Sheba, so who's next? Exactly, Milani Rager, okay? Now, I just realized that Milani Rager is also a dupe of the Dark Wisteria from KVD, so that's nice, which is a liquid. And then this is just like the crayon version of that. So that's really awesome to know, because of course, now that I am completely obsessed with Rager, I cannot find it in stores anymore, and I'm not purchasing things offline the way that I usually do. So I'm not going to Milani to buy one lipstick, okay? Because you see that I cannot buy one lipstick. But anyways, we are going to use the shade Barbie Pink. I'm sorry, Barbie Pink. Let's see what this does. Now, pink, not my fave. And that's why I am pairing it with a dark purple. I should attempt like an all pink lip, but I just don't like it. All right, so I'm gonna remove just a little bit of this because Rager is trying to take over the party. And that's not what we asked for. Okay, we asked for you just to bring some refreshments. Don't stand at the door greeting everybody like you're the host, okay? Okay. I like it because this pink does have like a little bit of purple in her, so pairs well with purple. Let's just clean up this here lip line. There we go. And then to gloss her, I mean, do we need a gloss? I'm so boring. Lancome 383. You know, the stupid part is this literally just looks like a clear gloss on top of things, and I'm just like, no, it's different, it's special, and also it does feel really good. Okay, lip 2. All right, so last lip, I've lined my lips with my Uma Beauty liner in the shade Simone, and we are going in with the color Mellow Buff. This is a really beautiful nude, but she's got a metallic finish, okay? And I thought this would just be an interesting nude lip, and it is. I really like that. Okay, I'm not gonna put any gloss on this. We're gonna call it a video. That is it. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I did. I love these Nicka K products. Fun with the brand. I really enjoy everything that I have from the brand, and I'm going to continue to use it. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you again for stopping by and playing with me. It's been me, Jasmine, the Buffet Witch, but you already know that because you're very smart, you be knowing things, and we was shopping together, and we was giggling and gaggling and talking and such. Drink some waters, exfoliate your lips, take your vitamins, take a beat, relax. Try not to fall prey to the existential dread. Yeah, and we will talk in the next video, which will be very, very soon. But until then, take care. Bye.